Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I want to show you how you can talk to any LLM in a Flutter iOS and macOS application with the help of MLX. So MLX is an Apple technology, so you cannot use it with other platforms. Unfortunately, you can only use it with Apple platforms. Like you can use it with other platforms, but it is a little bit tedious. And here I am just talking about using Swift as the programming language. Okay, so we need to write some Swift code for MLX and LLM to talk. And obviously we will be using like we are using Flutter, so we will be calling that Swift code with the help of method channels via Dart. So let me quickly show you an output. Now unfortunately I can't show you the output on iOS because I don't have a real iOS device with me, and when I test this on a real on an iOS simulator, the simulator just crashes on me. But I have tested it on a macOS and the code is exactly 100%, like just a small change, that's it. Rest everything is similar to iOS. Okay, so I will show you the output for macOS. So here I have this macOS application, and here I have just button called ask question, and basically on ask question I'll tell you what model I'm using. So I'll just quickly show you the I'll explain more about it later on, but let me quickly show you what all model I'm using this particular model. The reason I'm using this model is it's a little, like, it is very small in size, and I have already downloaded this model. So when for the very first time when you download a model, it takes a little bit of time to reach 100%. Like, again, it depends on the size of your model. I think that this is around 300 to 400 MB, something like that. So it did take a bit of time, even though I'm connected on Wi-Fi, so it did take a bit of time as well. So yeah, be careful what all model you want to use. Again, later on I'll tell you how you can change this particular model to use some popular models as well, like Gemini or Llama. And here this is the question I'm asking it to it. So let me show you, like, which places to visit in India, reply only with names and place name and brief. Now before I show you guys the output, like I said, this is a very small LLM model. Okay, that's why I have purposefully asked it to keep the names in brief. Even though I told it to keep the names in brief, it does hallucinate. So I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So I'll just click on ask question. So first it checks whether the model has been downloaded or not. So here you can see download progress is already 100%. If you're doing for the very first time, it does take a bit of time. So here you can see it is telling me Taj Mahal, Jaipur, all of that. And then here on the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, it is giving me the same results. So this is basically hallucinating. Like I said, this is just a random model which I picked. I did not concentrate on which models to, like, I did not particularly used a big LLM model because I don't have that much space, but if you have, you can use that as well. So yeah, let's jump back to code. Alright guys, so here is the code. So first let's go through the code. Here you can see I am importing Dart async. Here is my Flutter application, by the way. First I'll show you the code for macOS, then I'll show you for iOS. The Dart code is similar for macOS and iOS, so don't worry about it. So here we are importing Dart async. Here is Flutter material and here is Flutter services as well. Now this is like boilerplate code which is present by default. Then here I have this homepage widget, which is a stateful widget. Here we have a method channel called MLX LLM platform. Okay, you can give it whatever name you feel like, but you will have to use the same name on native iOS and macOS side as well. So if you don't know if you don't have any knowledge of native code, make sure you are using same what I'm using. Here is the data which we will get from native iOS or macOS side. Here is the event channel. Now like I said, even the first we need to download the model, right, when we are using it for the very first time. Now when we are using it for the very first time, it shows you, like, I wanted to show a progress indicator. So event channels helps us to stream data from native side to Flutter side. Now I'm using the same event channel for showing the download progress as well as for showing the actual output to the query which you are asking. So it might look a little bit weird to you because you are using the same event channel. It's better you use a different event channel if you feel like, but I don't want to go into that, just to keep things simple, so I'm using the same event channel. So when you're using it for the first time, you will see something like download progress 1%, download progress 5%, till download progress 100%, and then it will give you the answer to whatever your query. So it might look a little bit weird, so you can handle that in your own way. Like, yeah, just saying on that. So here you can see, here we have this subscription. So here we receive the data from native side, and here I have just checked whether the download progress is, if the output contains, so here this event will contain the output. If it contains download progress, then just attach to our data. If not, then we just like append data. Okay, here we are directly assigning, here we want to append, because once you get the response, it will not be in one go, it streams the response, right? So you want to continuously append it to your actual variable. So that's what I'm doing over here. Then inside dispose, we are disposing it. Then here we have just one button, and on click of it, we just do MLX LLM channel.invoke method. Here we pass the prompt, and here we just pass which places to visit to in India, but you can, whatever you feel like, you can ask that particular question. And here is the text as well. Okay, now here are some helpful links which I want you to open. Ignore these two links. If you want to open these two links, that's fine as well, but for me this is the important link, so I'll just open it over here. Okay, and this is the other link. Okay, so you need to go to your Flutter application over here. So this is my Flutter application. Go to, first let me show you macOS. So just open macOS, double click on this XE workspace. Okay, once you do that, you need to come to runner over here. I am using macOS Tahoe. I'm not sure what's the minimum deployment target for this MLX. I think it is macOS 18 or something like that, like whatever is the previous version before Tahoe, I think that. But I have just kept the minimum inside general. I have kept the macOS target as 26 because I don't want to take any risk. That's why just make sure you update this to 26 as well. And inside sign in and capabilities, I have just added my own team, and make sure you check both of this checkbox as well. If you're releasing it, also make sure you check this checkbox, because we want to download it from the internet, right, those particular model. That's why I have checked both of these checkbox. Yeah, I think that should be it. Now you need to download few dependencies with the help of Swift package manager. So first you just copy this URL over here, come over here, select your runner target, go to file, go to add package dependencies, and just paste this particular URL over here. Click on add package, and here inside MLX you will have to click on runner and click on add package. I have already added this, so I'm not adding it again. Ignore rest of these packages. Okay, once you do that, then you need to add two more. So again, just copy this. Same thing you need to do it for iOS as well. I'm not going to show it for iOS, so make sure you do it for iOS as well. So go to file, add package dependencies, again paste this URL over here, click on add package, and here you need to add this MLX LLM. So click on runner over here and MLX LM common, and click on add package again. Like I said, I have already done this, so I'm not doing it again. Then for macOS, you just need to go to main Flutter window, and you need to add these three imports. All right, now from where did I get this particular model ID, right? So like I said, you need to go to this URL, and here you will see all the models, LLM models, which are supported by MLX. So you can pick whatever you feel like. So let's see which are the popular ones. So I think I'm using one of these. Like I think Quen models are quite popular. So suppose if I want to use this, I can just select this. Okay, and I can just copy this entire bit of thing. Okay, this entire bit of thing, and paste it over inside my code. Now before you paste it, what I would recommend is just click on this eye icon. Sorry, not eye icon. They might have changed this. There was an option to check the actual size before you download it. I don't know where they moved that particular. They keep changing this UI every now and then. but I think it was 0.9 GB or something. I read it somewhere. I think no, it is 0.9 billion parameters. Okay, you have to click on files info. So here you can see files info, something like this, and here you can see the size is almost 2.59 GB. So make sure you use something more, which if you are really trying to push it to App Store, you will have to use some model which your user is happy with, because downloading 2.5 GB on mobile data would be insane. So yeah, make sure you use whatever makes sense to you. Then here we have to use this model factory. Then this code here we have created Flutter event sync. You also make sure extend this Flutter stream handler as well. Now this code is present by default, as well as this particular bit of line. Then here we create this model configuration. Then here we have this registering our event channel, where we pass name as data, and here is our binary messenger, and here we set the stream handler as well. And here we override two methods, on listen as well as on cancel. So inside on listen we just set the events equal to event sync, and inside on cancel we make the event sync equal to nil. That's it. Next let's move up, and here is our coming to our method channel, Flutter method channel name, which is MLX LLM platform. Then we pass this particular binary messenger name, flutter view controller dot engine dot binary messenger. Then we set the method call handler as well, and if the call dot method is equal to run prompt, because this is the method name which we have defined on the Dart side, we get the prompt with the actual question which you are asking. And here we just check whether the event sync is not equal to null. Then here we have to use task because this is async await. So you just have to use model factory dot load container, passing the configuration. Here you get the actual progress. So like I said, I'm using the same event sync for sending the progress value, as well as same event sync for sending the actual response. But if you want to use different event syncs, you can use that. I'm just lazy, so I wanted to use the same thing. So here you have to do try await model dot perform get in the context. Then here I'm just doing context dot processor dot prepare. Here we get the user input. Then we call generate parameters, pass in the temperature. Then we call generate, passing in the input parameters context. And then we just do try await token in token parameters. Here we get token dot chunk, and whatever is the chunk value, we send it back to Flutter side. That's it. And here we are just handling else clause. Okay, same exact thing I'm doing it on iOS. So for iOS, again same thing, go to iOS, double click on this .exe workspace. First you need to add those package dependency like I showed you for macOS using Swift package manager. Just go to runner, click on file, add package dependency, and add those dependency. And inside general, I have set the minimum deployment as iOS 26. The default iOS version which is available with Flutter is very low for MLX, so it might give you an error. So that's why I updated it to iOS 26. I think iOS 18 would be fine as well, but yeah, iOS 26 works for me. Then you just need to go to app delegate, and again the code is exactly the same. So this is same, this is same, this is same, this is same. The only thing which I have done is we don't directly get a Flutter view controller, so I had to write this particular bit of code. Then this is same, and here we just need to pass, this is different, root view controller dot binary messenger over here as well as over here. Rest everything is exactly same what I showed you on macOS. So again this exactly everything is same. So I'll simply scroll through this. So yeah, even this is same. So yeah, make sure you extend this as well. So if you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.